Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Color My World Dips. We're going to be creating a witchy set of nails today, and I'm super excited about how this mani came out. So we're diving right in today. We are doing the gel method. We're starting off with Marigold. We're also going to use a green called Envy, and then a really beautiful, perfect Halloween color here called Savage. It's a great purple. All these colors right here, they're solids, but yet they're great staple colors. So no matter what time of year it is, if it's Halloween or summer, you can incorporate these colors anytime you want, especially the black dip powder that we're going to be using in a few minutes. It completely blew my mind. All right, so let's dive into these colors here. We are going to do 2 dips, cure in between each dip for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to pop back in just a few moments.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you I like. About you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like. About you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you. Something about you I like. About you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie.
Just when you think this color could not get any better, that second coat is amazing. It is just super full coverage even with that first dip, but the second dip is even richer and bolder. It is everything. This is like the purest, most like vibrant black dip powder that I own, and it also is very minimal staining. I had no staining on my brush at all. I was completely blown away. But this color right here, it is everything, and I did not have any problems curing for 30 seconds in between each coat. But this color right here, I mean, out of all the colors, that black one right there, it is definitely a must-have. So filing and buffing was super easy. Just cleaning up the sidewalls and the free edge and just gently reshaping. That's all I needed to do because these powders are super finely milled and super high quality. They laid very flat to the nail because I did very thin layers of that gel polish, and in the end result leads to less filing and buffing, which I prefer. So I did the rest of the filing and buffing off camera. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to do a layer of gel base on all the nails and cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm starting off with that orange color first. I always like to start with the lighter color first when I'm doing my gel base, and then cure as I go, and then work my way into the darker colors just to make sure I'm keeping these colors as pure as possible. I do not want to risk contaminating these beautiful rich colors. Now you could see when we were dipping into these colors that they really hold to that beautiful like one coat great coverage. Now I'm finishing up the gel base on the rest of the nails, and I cured for a full 30 seconds. And now I'm taking this eyeshadow sponge applicator and I'm just dipping that into that black, and I'm just going to rub it on that nail here to create kind of like this ombre effect. Now you could use a brush, like an ombre brush, but I just felt like I got better results in more of like the pigment on the nail that I wanted versus with trying to scrub it on with a brush. I just felt like this little sponge here worked wonders. You could do this method either with your dip liquids or your gels, whatever method you're doing. I tried both and I really prefer this little eyeshadow sponge. You can get a whole bunch of them off Amazon. I do have the link for these in the description box below. You can use them for a lot of art, not only for what we're doing right now, but they're great for chroming as well. So I'm just going to continue rubbing this CLOUT all over this nail until I get that desired look. I also wanted to have like this more of like a radiant effect to it, which it really helps when you use both colors. So you're going to see here, now I'm going to go ahead and switch back into that orange here, and I'm only using a little bit here, and I'm just going to go ahead and fade out that in between difference here from the CLOUT and that orange color here. We're just going to go ahead and really fade those out to give it more of like a gradient effect. Now I really like the style of the nails that I use too, because it gave it more of like a witchy effect to it. So this whole vibe on this mani was like, if a witch had a set of nails, this would be the nail set that she would be rocking, because it's spooky enough, but yet I just really like this like gradient effect. All right, so we dusted it off and I sealed it back in with a layer of gel base, and that is curing, and we're going on to this other nail here. Now you can do whatever color you want. If you wanted to do, instead of black on this nail right here, change it up and do purple. Purple would be a great option as well, because it's still rich in that darker color, so you're gonna get like that same effect. So if you wanted to switch it up and go ahead and use another color, you totally could. Again, options are endless when you're doing your nails at home, but overall I had so much fun. You could either go up higher with your ombre as well, or just make it even lower. Options are endless. And then once I'm satisfied with that dark color here, we're gonna go back in and we're gonna dip that into that green color here and just really clean up that radiant effect. Again, this step is totally optional. If you really like how it looks when you just scrubbed on that black over that green, you could totally leave it as is. This step right here is totally optional, but I just felt like it gave it more of like a gradient effect that I was going for. So I'm just finishing up scrubbing on that green just to create a more vibrant pop of transition in between those two colors here and dust off. Then we're going to seal this in with a layer of gel base, and I'm curing for 30 seconds. Now I like to cure as I go and do the base coat to finish up each step, but you could totally wait to the end and do your base coat at the end. All right, so there's something about this purple here and the black together. It's like the perfect combination. These colors right here are beautiful, and I feel like they would look really pretty with like an all over mani with a matte finish. I just feel like these colors right here are screaming to be used for a matte mani. All right, so we're just going to finish up scrubbing on that black here, and then we're really going to fade it out here with that purple and just create that gradient effect. Overall, so fun, and I really liked how these powders perform. They're very pigmented, they're very, very full coverage, they're super buttery, finely milled, and they're not patchy or streaky or anything like that. And I just love how they perform. They're very easy to use. If you are looking for a black, I definitely recommend snatching this color right here, CLOUT, because it is everything. And also you can see here I am doing a layer of gel base, and I have no staining on my brush, which I was completely shocked by, especially with the purple and the black combined. Like, I was for sure thinking I was going to have some staining. Then to finish up this mani, we are going in with a layer of gel top coat. I'm going to do the rest off camera and cured for 60 seconds. And here is the finished mani. I love it so much. It's definitely giving me all those spooky, witchy kind of vibes. Also, the green with the envy with the black is giving me like mummy nail kind of vibes as well. So you kind of have like the best of both worlds. But this is such a fun set. The shape is really fun, and it's really fun to switch up your shape, especially for like Halloween. This is going to be the set I'm going to wear out when I'm like handing out candy. I just think it's extra spooky and fun, especially for trick or treat. But overall, I had so much fun creating this mani, and I love how these powders performed. Now, if these colors were not your cup of tea, Color My World Dips has tons of beautiful colors and options. There's definitely going to be something that catches your eye. So everything that we use in today's video can be found in that description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.